What's up, guys? My name is Yugioh, back once again. We're with another video here today. We are move charger move. We are kind of unboxing something today. I guess I already unboxed it, but I'm just gonna show you guys. I just wanted to record something. So yeah, we do have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game starter deck Link Strike. This is for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains anime that just appeared or popped up. I'm pretty sure like a couple of months ago, I believe. Pretty sure I think in April or I think in May. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This is my dude Yusaka with his one of his Ace Monsters, a Decode Talker. So we're just gonna go through here to go through this set real quick for you guys. So let me see if I can place the. I'm just gonna do this. Just gonna hold with one hand and with the other hand. So we have Honeybot. Her effect reads. All right, we have the first card, Honeybot. It's a Link 2 monster. It's a Cyber's monster. Neither player can target. What am I doing? Neither player can target monsters with card effects supporting the card. Cool. Then we have the Ace monster, the main monster that you probably want to be dishing out a lot in this deck because Link monsters are a new card. I'll explain the Link markers. Actually, now, so basically, you see on the cards, the link right here, the link right here, right here. Basically, what Konami did is you cannot summon a special extra deck monster like Pendulum from the extra deck, unless you have a Link monster on the field, and the Link point just point to the different monster zones. So I guess it kind of slows the game down, but this is a Link 3 monsters, and it requires two plus effect monster. So you can have like many effect monster you want to launch over 2. Then you have the last one that part of the set, Link Spider. It's a pretty cool card. It just requires one normal monster. When you summon it, just gets a normal monster on the field. So all these are the newer cards in the back here is a Legacy of a Duelist, which you guys see, which rare I pulled there, but that's gonna be a whole nother set there. But for trap cards, we have Compulsory Evacuation Device. So we're gonna go over all the cards we're getting in. Compulsory Evacuation Device. We have Bitron, which is a target that you want to target for Link Spider and stuff. But you can mismatch this deck if you want. So I was actually about to dig into the process of taking all my good cards and just like seeing what goes with this deck and stuff. And if you can buy like multiple copies like of this like box, you should, because it makes your life a lot easier. So you do have Book of the Moon, your quick spell, which is a really good card. Then you have the Field Spell, Sign That Universe. Its effect reads all Link monster grade 3 at your attack, and basically what it does, you can target one monster in the graveyard, shuffle into the deck, and if this card is destroyed, you can just send all your cards in the extra deck to the graveyard, which can be good for Calling Haunted and stuff like that. Then you have Torrential Tribute, just destroys all monsters when the monster is summoned. Ring of Destruction, which is a good classic card. Eggtrion Universe, which is a great card. It's just like in this format, it's a lot slower. So getting a 1800 attack monster that does piercing damage is really good, and that's what his effect does. Is piercing damage is amazing. Then we have Curry Bandit. It just searches the top 5 cards of your deck, and if there's a spell card, you can add it and send the rest to the graveyard. It's pretty good, especially like for Call by Haunted and a certain boss monster that is in this deck. So then we have Dark Brightness and Negation Trap. Then we have Effect Veiler, which is a very great card. I love Effect Veiler, but it only can do it during your opponent's main phase and negate monster effects. You have Supply Squad. You can draw +1 by and a monster destroyed by a card. Well, one monster is destroyed by battle or card effect. Then you have Fiendish Chain, which is stop special abilities and attacking. Then you have Dark Hole. It's a Dark Hole is at 2. You only can have 2 cards of Dark Hole in your deck. It is a pretty cool card. I do enjoy Dark Hole, and it's like in this format, having the board wipe is really essential for like decks like this. This is a beatdown deck essentially, but you have like decks like White Sworn and different stuff like that. I mean, this format, you're not going to be able to like get extra deck. We're going to be relying on main decks. So that's like a White Sworn that like spam White Sworns and stuff like that are going to be really essential. And Fornoids and like stuff that like I know White Sworns like, and basically how this deck works, it's a classic beatdown deck. It's a beatdown Link deck that it can get a Link monster. It can get a Link monster anytime it wants to in this deck. If you can get like a semi decent hand, you can get a pretty decent monster. Like I can get Decode Talker first turn with most of these cards, but really what you want to do is like get first turn and get 2k attack monster in your turn, or set some cards like Fiendish Chain and Mirror Force or something. Then we have Mystery Cell Dragon, another good target for Link Spider. Then we have Photon Thrash. I love Photon Thrash in this deck because its ability reads if you can control no monsters, which I love the thing in this deck. Just plop it onto the field. But the only thing about it is you can't attack if you have other monsters. So basically, just plop this thing on the field, set some back row, or you can go into Link Summon. They have Galaxy Serpent, another good target for Link Spider. Then we have Sangan, which it is a rotted effect. It does have a different effect from before. We have an overall view of the field. I'm gonna go back to here. They are Pot of Duality, a very good spell card because it searches out like your top 5 cards on your deck, and it was a top 3 cards in your deck. So actually, I've been using it wrong in my testing. So yeah, Jar Avarice returns. This is a great card for the deck. A really great card. I love it because like if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, pop that thing on the field. A lot of cards like that work in the deck, so you can get like Decode Talker. Forbidden Lance is a great card. You can just take 800 off it. What is it? Yeah, 800 off. And Draconet is a new card. It's a Cyverse monster, which I forgot to mention. We have all these new cards called Cyverse. It's really cool. That's all the Link monsters is. Basically, this thing special summons a level 2 or lower normal monster. So basically, your target for the target for Draconet is Bitron. Burden of Mighty, which I don't know how essential Burden of Mighty is going to be in the deck, but I might run it because with Link monsters and everything. But other decks like White Sworn and stuff like that can be really affected by that and really activate. Like if your opponent goes first and you go second, you draw a card, you go into this, you can activate that. They have like a big body on the field. They can maybe like a Blue Eyes or something. Like they put a Blue Eyes on the field. You can like just plop down the field, lower it by 800, smack them because its effect reads each time each face-up monster your opponent controls loses 100 attack to its own level. So it just kind of smacks your opponent in your face, and they have to worry about that. So you have Terraforming, Ram Cloud, which is also a new card. It basically tripping the monster, return one Cyber monster. Really, really cool card. Mirror Force, which I'm probably going to run like 2 or 3 Mirror Force because in this format, a board wipe like Mirror Force and traps are going to be really essential. Card D, it's really as good for this deck, but I don't know if I'm going to run it because basically Card D, one thing about it is you have to sacrifice it to, and it's a normal summon and sacrifice it for it can't be special summon either, so you can basically get a draw to, but it'll be good in my Yuma deck, so my Utopia deck. Then you have Monster Ring Incarnation. United We Stand is actually a very cool card in this deck because with equipped spells, it might be a little bit more. At least this card, because with this card gives a certain monster 800 attack for each face-up monster. So you give it to like Decode Talker, and you have like maybe like a card D or something else in another zone, and it's linked to Decode Talker. Decode Talker gets he gets 2 800 from this and 800 from his own effect. So 500 from his own effect. So he'll be like freaking, what is it, 2100 up, because we stand 2 monsters that equals 1600, and his own effect, if he's linked to a monster, he gets 500 extra attack, which is really cool. This card, if you do have 3 of these, I think you should run 3 of them. I'm gonna be honest. This thing is really the Beast King Barbaros right here is a really essential card in the deck. It's a 3k attack monster, and as you see from all these other cards, except for Decode Talker. Decode Talker has a pretty cool ability. If you have most United You Stand, you might want to run that too, because with this thing right here, it's basically just a 3k attack beater in this deck. I've been relying on it a lot. You can normal summon it to just have a 1900 beater, which is also very good, and have an effect monster to go into Decode Talker there. And it's just a really good card because you can call the Haunted in it. I'm going to run multiple Call the Haunteds in my deck because it's just really essential. This is Battle Fader. Basically, just special summon if you get attacked directly. It's really good with, I know Konami was trying to go for it. Activate card D, draw into this card, / Swift Scarecrow is also on this deck. And kind of just protect yourself from, direct attacks. But I don't know how good that is. I'm probably not going to run it. It gives an effect monster on the field if you get a pretty trash hand, but how am I going to set my deck up? I'm not going to try not to get a trash hand. But yeah, Marauding Captain, you should run, I think 2 Marauding Captain should be good enough, maybe 1 or 2. It just gets an effect monster on the field level 4 lower, and maybe just like, hey, I'll end my turn with that with a couple of face downs. Missile Space Typhoon, I urge you to run more Missile Space Typhoon, it's a really good card. Bottomless, Trap Hole, classic card right there, I love Bottomless. Marshmallow, I'm probably not going to run this in the deck, but can't be disturbed by battle, is an effect monster stays on the field. One of my favorite, probably my favorite card in this entire set next to Decode Talker is Link Slayer. Link Slayer is basically the new Cyber Dragon. I love this thing. It's better than Cyber Dragon because its effect reads, if you control no monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can discard 2 cards and target that as many spell and trust cards on the field and destroy them. So basically, it's a twin twister, people. You can discard 2 cards and then destroy 2 cards. So with this and Missile Space Typhoon and this format, it's going to be really essential to have spell or trap destruction because people are going to be running a lot of back row. Link Slayer just instantly pops itself on the field. Unlike if you do have 3 of them, you don't have to run. I don't have 3 of them, so I am going to run full-time Thrasher, especially because he can be searched by reinforcement of army full-time slash. But anyways, this thing is amazing because just for the fact of it can attack and it destroys 2 spell and trap cards and discard 2 cards, and it can do really good with Barbaros, Beast King Barbaros. Like I said, just 10 back the cards in the graveyard, call a haunted it. That would be amazing. Seriously, do it. And then you can go into this with Link, the Code Talker, and seriously, I was watching the anime actually today as I'm talking, and the main character pulled off a 3 Link summon in 1 turn, even though he did kind of like use special rules for the anime. It was pretty cool to see, and that card was essential because you can just summon that first turn. And how the anime works, just people just really plop a strong monster in the field and call it a turn. Then you have Raikou, the White Sword, a Hunter, really cool card, raddest things, good for Barbaros. So Scarecrow, Call a Haunted, and the last card, one of my favorite cards in the set, that really helped out a lot. Not as helped out a lot as but you do have Cyber Dragon in this deck. Cyber Dragon is a cool card. If your opponent controls monster you don't, especially something from your hand. It's good 2100 attack monster. It might get limited. It's kind of crazy because it might get limited because it's an instant 2100 attack monster if you go for it. But seriously, Link Slayer probably get limited too in the game because it's just such a good card. This is a 40 card deck, and you got 3 cards in extra deck. And now let's go on to the Legacy of the Duelist. I got this from another pack called Legacy of the Duelist. It's pretty cool. So let's put these cards over here. It was only 3 packs. So I'm pretty sure I got 30 cards from it. It's pretty cool. As you guys can see, I got another one of my Signer Dragons. I have Stardust Dragon, Red Dragon, Archfiend, and Blackwing Dragon. I have Black Rose Dragon, really good card. Then I got another card from my Utopia deck, this Lightning Shield. Basically works like double or nothing, but it doesn't let you attack again. Just lets your Utopia gain attack points until the end phase. But if you do have double nothing, you can freaking 10,000 attack it. Then you have Judgment Dragon. Judgment Dragon, I can't use it because I don't have many Light Swords. This is a card for Exceed summoning and stuff like that, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. Full Armor. What's the name? If you're using a Zexal format or something like that, you can go just with Freezerdon or something, some number monster. It requires 3 level 6 monsters or you use a rank 5 water monster. Brought under, I don't know what this card is. Contract with Don 1000, interesting card. I already have a copy of that though. Number 28, Titanic Moth, good, just for good. Good reprint of Jump Synchron, even though I have 3 of those. Short Guide from the Other World. With this card, I noticed actually good in the starter deck over there because Sangan is in the deck, and Sangan is perfect because you can summon this, literally special summon Sangan from the deck, and and literally maybe pull another tour guide. I gotta see. I think Sangan effects. I'll put that in the end of the video if you can actually use that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Just use the spec. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'm gonna go through the rest of the cards. I'm got enough time. I did get Power Wall. That's a cool card that Zane used. But thank you guys for watching the video. Guys, did enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe. This is all the cards I got. Star deck plus a little boxes. Peace out, my mini Pichus.